For this problem, they want us to find slopes given points. So to do this, you need to remember the formula for slope. So the formula is the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I were looking at A, these 2 points, this would be x1, y1, x2, y2, and then I need to substitute in. So let's go through and do all these, right? So for A, the slope is y2, negative 1, minus y1, 2, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 1. So the slope comes out to be negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3 over 3. Slope equals negative 1. Okay, for B, I substitute in, right? So I have y2 minus y1, that's 4 minus 3, over x2 minus x1, that's 5 minus 7. So the slope comes out to be 1 over negative 2. So the slope is negative 1/2, right? Okay, for C, I have the slope is 5 minus 8, y2 minus y1, over negative 8 minus negative 6, right? So the slope is 5 minus 8 is negative 3 over negative 8 minus a negative, that's plus. Negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. So a negative divided by a negative is positive, so we get the slope to be 3/2. And for D, right, I have the slope equals bigger numbers, but not harder, right? 68 minus 67 over 50 minus 55. 50 minus 55. So the slope comes out to be 1 over negative 5. So the slope is negative 1/5. And for E, it says this student got 1 for the slope, right? It says they got 1 for the slope. And these 2 points explain what her mistake could have been. Well, let's figure out what the slope is first, right? So the slope would be negative 1 minus 2, y2 minus y1, over 4 minus 1. So the slope comes out to be negative 3, negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3, over 4 minus 1, which is 3. So the slope is negative 1. So yes, she did get it wrong. I would venture a guess that possibly she mixed up either x1 and x2 or y1 and y2. So for instance, maybe she did negative 1 minus 2, but then inadvertently wrote 1 minus 4 on the bottom, on the denominator, and then she would have gotten negative 3 over negative 3, which is 1, right? So I'm guessing she mixed up the x's or the y's, right? So that's wrong, and this is the correct answer.